What is up, guys? Norse Digital Assets coming at you with another video. It is a beautiful Saturday morning. Hope you are having a good Saturday so far. We're going to be covering Hbar in this video. I'm going to be dropping some videos today. I'm going to be active on Twitter. Like I said before, follow me on Twitter. If you don't have a Twitter, if you are serious about making money during this bull run and you're serious about cryptocurrency, I would recommend getting a Twitter. Follow me on Twitter, click who I'm following, and you can follow some of the same people I'm following. Tons of information on Twitter. We're going to cover Hbar today. It looks like Hbar is making a little bit of a return. And like usual, guys, down here in the bottom right-hand corner, if you like ADA, XRP, Hbar, VeChain, CKB, and you are serious about finding the top of some of these coins later in this bull run, you do not want to hold your bags back into the bear cycle or bear market, whatever we get. You don't want to hold your bags and ride all the way back down. I am not a long-term holder. I am holding for macro swing trades. I am buying low and selling high months later in the bull run, and I also have a trading bag. But at the end of the day, yes, I'm going to be trying to find the top of a lot of these coins and selling them. As far as like Cardano, you know, if it goes to $7 to $10, it goes to that $10 range. I want to find the top and come out of it before it goes back down to $2.50 or $3 next summer if there's a bear cycle or a bear market. So we're going to be paying attention to that. So for that reason alone, click subscribe. See my logo down here in the bottom right-hand corner. Click my logo, click subscribe, or click subscribe below. It is free, guys. It is free to support the channel. It's free to click subscribe. It's free to click like, it's free to leave a comment, it supports the channel. I've never made a penny off of YouTube before. Anyways, let's dive into this video. Let's dive into the Hbar chart. So in the past, we've talked about Hbar was one of the prettiest charts in all of crypto. It was, it still is, it still looks pretty good here. So we have this triangle shape that I drew out on previous video. This is still here from a last video. And we were getting close to the apex. It looks like this apex of what I drew. The apex was on November 3rd anyways. November 1st is 2 days away. So November 1st will be Monday. So yeah, it looks like we were coming to the apex anyways. And because we are in a bull market, it looks like we moved out of this triangle pattern here. Now let's go to the 4 hourly to see what we can see here. Let me point out too on the daily here, you see the MACD down here. We had all this here. This was the bear cycle. We had the bear cycle all summer long, which is fine. It was a massive correction since April, May. Okay, but now we are in a bull market and we're gearing up for November, December quarter 4. And look at this MACD. It's flat. It's completely flat. It's just been coiling like inside this triangle. And this has just been coiling here. The stock RSI, pretty low, plenty of room to run up, come out of this blue ribbon and come up to here. It looks like it's pretty ready to run. Looks like you bounced off support here. I'll drop a line in right here on the RSI. I mean, look at that support in there that you're bouncing off of. Every time you come to that line in the past here, all the way back to the first time, September 21st. I mean, look on the RSI. You come down, you bounce off it, you bounce off it, you bounce. This time, maybe maybe this time it'll actually be ready to run. We'll see. But it's bounced off that exact line again, that 43.43 RSI line. It looks like it is ready to. It keeps finding its support and looks like it's ready to go up. Let's go to the 4 hourly and see what we can see there. So a zoomed in version of coming out of this triangle. Nice to see here. Just a little red candle right now, but take a look at this here. If I drop a line in here, it's almost like you came out of this triangle. You found a little bit of resistance, which is fine. You come back down. But now, what are you doing right now when you come back out of this triangle? You are finding support. You are finding support on the line that was just acting as resistance. And now this is just on the 4 hourly. It's not super concrete, but it's starting to form something here. We are trying to form support outside of the massive triangle. We're trying to form support on a line that was just an area that was just acting as resistance. So that is good. Looks like we could be ready for a movement up. Let's reset the chart so we can actually see more here. And so I've explained that there. We don't really need these lines anymore. I'm going to remove all drawings. I'm just going to go back to just the EMAs here. So yeah, pretty interesting because it looked like it was maybe going to do a cup and handle, and now it's just been a W, 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 W. I think because this is just a W and a W and a W on the 4 hour here, you know, how many W's can you get? I think that it would be realistic to just drop a trend line there, drop a trend line in there, and you've been in this range so long that when you go for liftoff, I could definitely see a technical target out of a W pattern like this towards 52 cents for sure. And that you know that ties into that area that you were battling before. When we were in here, 54 cents, 54. You had a couple wicks that were a little higher, but they didn't last. It only lasted, you know, an hour or two, and you're back to 54. So you're at 54 in this range here, and you were battling that, and that I believe is the all-time high on Hbar. Let's take a look at that real quick. Let's see here. Hbar. Hbar, I believe, you know, there's a lot of speculation floating around that it's like the future. This hashgraph technology is like, you know, the future. They're going to be doing NFTs. They're going to be doing all kinds of stuff. But Hbar does have a lot of partnerships and a lot of backing behind it. And that can be covered in a whole nother video. You can do any research you want to on Hbar yourself. But it is a pretty interesting technology. I've said in my previous videos, I believe Hbar will go to $2. Let's see here. So all-time low, according to CoinMarketCap 2 years ago, was 1 cent. It's up 4,000%. All-time high, 57 cents. So that was those wicks, but 54 cents is the highest close on a daily candle, and that's what we were just looking at there. So that 54 cents. So you could definitely believe that you know, W through here. A lot of the time with these W's, you can call them a W double bottom, and then you can measure the shape, the size of the W, and extrapolate it out. Even if you called that the W there, and you wanted to, let's see here, measure that out, it's still going to be a nice movement that it looks like it's gearing up for. What's that's to 49.9 cents, so basically 50 cents, 52 cents. It looks like, you know, there's a good chance that we're heading back to that all-time high starting now. So we'll see. You got to maintain support. I just showed you on the 4-hourly when we were zoomed in that we're finding support on an area that just acted as resistance, and that should be its next movement up and into that area towards that all-time high, and we're going to come up and try to battle that. What is impressive about this today with Hbar is that a lot of the market is red. I mean, I know gaming coins, Sandbox and Starlink, since I purchased those yesterday, they've exploded, and Engine Coin has been exploding, another gaming coin, so I do have those. Those have been running off that Facebook news and the metaverse news. But what's impressive about Hbar making these moves is most of the market today so far in the last 12 hours, the market is pretty red. There's not a lot of movement on a lot of the major coins, not a lot's happening, yet Hbar broke out of its triangle pattern that it was stuck in, that it was coiling in. Now, you know from my previous videos, Cardano and XRP, and there are other coins too, but Cardano and XRP are also stuck in a similar triangle, a coiling pattern. And there are a lot of chartists out there that say, you know, the more you coil, the longer you coil, the more aggressive the movement to the upside can be. So that's sort of what we're waiting for. XRP and Cardano are also in those patterns. And because we are in a bull market, we're in a confirmed bull market. We had Bitcoin and Ethereum both break all-time highs here recently. Still kind of coiling, still just kind of waiting game. Patience, patience, patience. I'm using my trading bag to grow some of my positions, trading some of these gaming coins and NFT coins. You know, I add to my position, and then I can buy more XRP, I can buy more Hbar, I can buy more CKB, I can buy more VeChain from increasing my trading bags in these other coins. But yeah, it is impressive how Hbar made that movement up. Let's go back to the daily and do a zoom in here. Let's reset the chart. I want to get the view that we had earlier this year. Or not earlier this year, but actually pretty recently is what I'm referring to. When I was saying that Hbar was one of the prettiest charts in all of crypto, that was at the point when you were here, and then you had those massive corrections with Bitcoin and everything else, and you came down through here, A, B, C. Are you ready to coil and then shoot off after that ABC correction? We'll see. A lot of coins obviously did that, but this spacing between the EMAs was awesome. You never went under a bearish cross on the daily. You kept plenty of spacing through here. Very nice to see. Hbar held extremely strong through that ABC correction and through that September that was a dumpy month. It's still holding a lot of strength. You're starting to see the 20 EMA start to come up, which is one and the same. If you're going to get a big green candle like that on the daily, you're going to get this EMA to start to curve up. Just depends if you hold support, you're going to move forward. That's going to be nice. You could actually pull out the fib on this little pattern here of what we did because you go through this correction here, and this could be another version of a shorter term target. I could go off the wicks, but I could also just go off the bars and go conservative here up to 69 cents. The 1618 could be one of its next targets also. And but anyways, in the longer run, anyways, like I've shown in previous videos, we do have some strength here. Like I said, one of the prettiest charts, lots of strength, looking ready for continuation. Held these corrections better than most coins. Most coins, the 20 EMA had to come all the way down to the 55 and bounce off it, or it crossed and came below it and had to come back up and cross through it. Hbar held lots of support through there, so it is strong. It has a strong base, strong support. I will say, let's pull the fib on this. Fib. Highs back earlier this year. Bottomed out low. Set it. We're going to set it right there. So 1618, 2272. I could stretch it out a little more like I have in previous videos. Didn't mean to do that. Let's just delete that and redo it. Grab the fib. So we're going to set it on that wick, that lowest wick. We're going to come up. This is accurate for the fibs. Fibs don't lie. Fibs are pretty accurate even off these wicks. This is log scale. 2272, I've said in previous videos, $2, $2.02. Maybe $1.89 like it just showed before when you're not using that full top wick. But in that area, and that is where I will start to take profits on Hbar when we come up to this area. I don't know if it'll go to $2.30. I don't know if it'll go to $3. You know, it could. You know, you could definitely go past the 2272, but I will start to take profits and not get overly greedy around the $2 range on Hbar. And then I will rotate into some coins that are below the 1618, or they're around the 1414. They're in this area, and I will take some profits from my Hbar and I'll rotate it into some other coins that have strong fundamentals that I believe in, that I believe will make a run in the bull run. They're just behind a little bit. So that's what we're going to do with Hbar. I fully expect Hbar to go to that $2 rather easily in this bull run, if not to $2.30, $2.60 in that area. That's just based off of the percentage that you can go past the 2272. So right now, Hbar, just a waiting game. Let's again, you know, showed you the support on the RSI. It has a lot of support that it's ready to bounce up. The stock RSI, it wasn't super low where it was completely oversold, but we're just hanging out in the middle here, and it looks like it's ready to make that movement up. It's got a sharp point up, and we'll see. MACD coiled up, ready to move. Let's go back to the 4-hourly real quick. I actually want to look at the weekly too before I end this video. So the RSI and the stock RSI in the short term here, they're starting to kind of flatten out and maybe start to curve down, which is fine. You'll print a little bit of red, but you're coming down and you're finding support on that line. Here, I'll drop that line in again. Boom. That's because you came up above that line finally, and now you're going to try to find that support here on this line. Find the support and get ready for that next movement up. Hopefully, we'll see. What's Bitcoin going to do? What's the rest of the market going to do? We don't know right now. It's been extremely indecisive waiting for November. Extremely indecisive waiting for November. On the weekly here, let's remove all drawings so we can actually see what we're looking at. On the weekly here though, beautiful. As beautiful as Cardano, as beautiful as anything else. Now remember, every candle here is a week. You know, it's been beautiful since December 2020, and it looks plenty ready for continuation, possibly an A, B, small c, and ready to go. We'll see here. Finding support on the 20. It's been above the 20. The only time it came below it was through June and July when the rest of the market was in the tank. So, and that was all summer long. But yeah, I mean, the weekly is beautiful. I mean, look at this spacing here and look at the angle of the 20 and the 55. I mean, I don't know where exactly the EMAs are going to go, but you get the idea. The weekly, when you're in doubt, you can zoom out to the weekly, and this tells you everything you need to know. It is ready for continuation long term. You're gonna, now if you're emotional in this market and you're not patient, you're gonna have this. You're gonna have this up and down that's gonna mess with your head. But where's it going? Look, where's it going? It's still going up, okay? So that's my update on Hbar. There's not a lot to say. I can't wait until Hbar actually makes these massive price movements up. That's going to be beautiful, and the videos are going to get better and better. So click subscribe down here in the bottom right-hand corner. Click my logo. Click subscribe below. Today is the day that you need to finally subscribe if you haven't. It's free to support the channel. Click like below if you liked the video. That's the update on Hbar. There's not much else to say besides the fact that I am interested in Hbar NFTs. I am interested in Cardano and Hbar NFTs. The Ethereum NFTs, extremely expensive on that network. You got the gas fees, etc. Are we extremely early right now to Hbar and Cardano NFTs that we can find gems that are on those, that are on the Cardano blockchain or are on the Hashgraph NFTs associated with these projects? Will they boom? Will they explode later? I'm thinking so. So I am interested. I'm going to be doing more research on that, and we'll talk about that later. That's it for this video, and we will see you in the next one. See ya.